Going live. Going live. Going live on the live. Put it your thought or more of the presentation of what is to come, what is to follow, what's happening. Let me just walk you through it real quick. Now, it's all pertaining to the first presentation to Yoshidina out of Dina Collection, Beverly Hills. My partner, my business partner, the guy that's buying all the stuff off me, etc. Let me walk you through things even further. No. CVleads.com out of Tacoma, Washington. Something that me and Steve Kierstead, little Herb, were doing back then. And a nice little 3 little offices underneath the marketing department for West Coast Vinyl, a window company in Tacoma, Washington. 50. One of the biggest window companies on the upper Western Hemisphere of the United States, to be quite honest with you. Give me 1 second. I'm going to light this cigarette. Now, we already have proven concept and everything else as far as business goes. We made lots of money. I'm not going to get into numbers. We were also for things such as AdWords for Google. We're beta testers for Windows. Now, I can't legally say it. I was a beta tester then, but I did hang out with Steve Kierstead a lot. We did. We were friends. I mean, we're still friends, but Steve Kierstead's doing the family thing. He got married and took on the care of a couple of young ladies that needed his time more than technology needed his time. Hats off to him. And he's very happy and everything else, being married to Stephanie, his wife, and them having the girls. And I'm not sure if they continued on creating a family or whatnot. We've been kind of out of touch. Lower Herb is doing other things in the area as well. And good morning. So, man, a lot of things, but that's my neighbor. Hey, say hi. So, I guess ABCV Leads, we were the lead generation company for contractors. If you're a homeowner and you wanted somebody to come by and give you a roof estimate or some kind of home improvement, then we were basically the broker of you in between the contractor. You wanted to do a little bit more items, but add words if we were trying to attract your attention. Didn't give us the amount of slots that we needed. We wanted to do 25 different items, such as roof estimates and just all kinds of home improvements. If you wanted to add an addition to your house or update a bathroom or whatnot. So you would go on the line and search out a contractor. Majority of the times we would come up, you would input your information, and we would capture your information, and we would call and verify, and we would basically sell your information to a contractor. All the contractors were already basically vetted through us. We had their insurance on file, their license, everything, being a contractor and everything else, so you were in good hands. We also made sure that you were happy after the fact. If you weren't, then we would get the next contractor, et cetera, until you, the homeowner, were happy. We didn't just wash our hands with you once we sold your information to contractors. We want to make sure that you were good and all that stuff. So we took pride in that. Very much so. So we were legit. And we were second in the nation behind Service Magic. Service Magic right now is Home Advisor. They were such a bad company for contractors, such a bad company for homeowners, that they had to change their name. That's how bad of a business they were. I can't say how they are right now. I've been out of the game as far as lead generation for a while. But that was then. This is now. We're talking before Facebook was a line of code. So the only thing going on back then was MySpace. We had some kind of fast internet stuff, but it wasn't like it is today. It wasn't readily available on your smartphone or anything. You didn't have smartphones back then and stuff. Even if they were, they weren't as they were today. So just keep that in mind. A lot of things holding us back then. Being second in the nation for lead generation for homeowners, as far as getting their home improvement work done, as far as contractors getting the information. It was basically open door. I can get you to the door and open the door, but if you can't sell them, well, that was on you. We didn't hold your hand to the process. We also didn't hold your hand through you being ethically good as far as business sound and ethics. You still have to face those people. If you're a ripoff artist, and it was known, like we made sure everybody knew you were a ripoff artist in that area. That was our main goal. Not only just to fulfill our end for our clients, both in the sense of contractors and homeowners, but we also made it good and well known that if you did dirty stuff, you were well known for doing dirty stuff. And why would anybody waste their time with you? It was ethically sound. The main window company didn't do so well as far as their ethics and stuff. I don't want to talk about that, but that is them. That wasn't us. Steve didn't really like that portion of it. He was thought outside the box, and he wasn't really all about the window company. Trust me, he took his well rewards and his percentages, his millions and millions of dollars, but that wasn't what he's about. That's why he wanted to do other things. And that's why he created his lead generation company. It's just my brilliance and everything else, my marketing background, and him teaching me the ways of the force, as far as tech and things. It just all kind of worked out. And Lil Herb was the number one salesman there, period. He was a Shaolin monk. Steve Kierstead was my Jedi, my Yoda. They taught me the ways of the force and the ways of the Shaolin monk and everything else, as far as tech, as far as business practices, as far as marketing goes. My good sense and my good ethics and everything else was born there. Besides watching my father do the things that he did in real estate while I was growing up, because he was a red carpet, red jacket wearer since as far as I can remember. But anyways, little background on that. So, Exotic Promotions will be a lead generation company, basically for automotive dealerships. Something that hasn't been around, something that hasn't been started, period. You got a lot of apps and stuff that'll get you a car, but what about the car dealerships? Well, I'd like to change that for them. I'd like to get you more people through the door. As far as you making them good deals and everything else, there's more ways that you could do it that way too. Why not include insurance? Why not include, financing stuff? Just because you sell the car doesn't mean you can't do other things. Make it a package deal. Why not have one lump sum payment, insurance, car payment, base principal of the car as far as value. If you did a reverse mortgage on a car as far as value goes, so that way they can make their payments when they're negative, then nobody is the loss. Nobody gets the loss. They get to keep the car, get to keep making money. You get paid because you have the base principal of the car. You own the title of the car anyways. If you're the bank, the dealer, and the insurance people, come on, think about it. It's ethically good. It's good for all parties. It's good for the car owner because they put X amount of dollars into it. They love that car. The car gets some food, gets from A to B, gives them the freedom to move around. It's business, fucking ethics and sense. Makes sense. So, Exotic Promotions is a lot more than what you think it is. Yes, there's glitz and glamour and all that stuff to make it a TV show. But there's also the human principle. There's also business ethics. There's also new ways of doing business as far as in the car market. It's the second biggest thing you're going to do in life besides buy a house. So it makes pretty much sense. So let's get it. Let's get it all together and get it done. Secondary, as far as tech goes, it's music. It's a new mining principle for Bitcoin. The range of music is wider than video range. Video range is very limited. Why do you think it takes so long to mine BitCurrency or Bitcoin or cryptocurrency? There's a mining principle of video. If you open the door to audio, it's 10 to 1. It's a lot faster. It's in real time. It's basically random because you play the different music. You could use it through a principle of FM and AM radio. So you could get your audience to listen to the radio if you do it smart. It's beautiful. Nobody's thinking along the lines of me. Nobody's doing the things that I want to do because everybody's greedy and self-centered and, they only think one way. Well, I think differently, quite differently. There's a lot more money to make there. It's a lot more ethically sound. It's basically beautiful and base principle. There's nothing to lose there whatsoever. Period. It makes sense for all things. And I'm only getting started, Mr. Dina, and everybody else listening to my voice. So don't get it twisted that you think this is just it. This is just two examples deeper into, I guess, the depths of it all, if you put it in perspective. I could talk for days and hours, explain it all to you, explain the ethics and base principles of it all and how it's going to work and how it does work and how it could work. Real easy. We just have to prove the fact, prove the theory, and move on from there. It's not that hard. Nobody's going to lose anything. Everybody wins. Uh, it's not that hard to do. It's basically just adding a few more things and making partnerships and everything else. Key millionaires, I guess, to keep in mind would be Alex Murillo from the Murillo Group. He's making moves in all things. He's spending $89 million on buying KPWR. If he wants to collect radio stations, which is basically a negative, if you put it in perspective, because radio is losing against all these services that you pay for streaming. Well, why not pay your audience to listen to you instead? Don't have to be all crazy as far as numbers go. I say 90% to the core principle, which is your audience. You make more money. It's commercial free. It pays you to listen to it. It's readily available through FM and AM. It's not no new tech or anything. You just add softwares and apps and different things and stuff like that to make it all work. It's all there. Base core principles. FM and AM is across all 50 states. If you start it, the rest of them will follow. Do a partnership. I'm pretty sure iHeartRadio wouldn't be bankrupt and out of business right now if they would have applied my stuff to their stuff. Real simple. Now, as far as technology goes and everything else, it's basically nature. As far as moving liquids, oil and water, it's the laws of nature through freezing water, through turning water back into water and applying heat to it to turn it into steam for the principles of moving it down a pipe, for instance, point A to point B. It's not that hard. Now you think, well, what? How are you so brilliant? Well, I'd love to figure that out. How did I get to this point? How am I able to figure all this stuff out? How come nobody else has figured this stuff out? I guess this would be more associated to the rest of it. I just need a little bit of your time, a little bit of your money to get things started. I need staff. I need a place to work. I need a place to live. I need some money in the bank so I can help out my family. There's millions of dollars here, hundreds of millions of dollars here. There's billions of dollars here in all that I've stated. It's real simple. It wouldn't be that hard to complete as far as time-wise. It's not that hard as far as money investment and stuff. The investment is there because the core principle is there. In essence, it's right there before you. So as soon as you get this started, as soon as you can clear your schedule, get me to you as far as in person. I want you to look me in the eyes. I want to look at you in the eyes. Allow me to get a shave and stuff and maybe hit a place so I can get some clothes. And, I'm that poor. I'm that screwed off or effed off, I guess you could say. But I'm this brilliant, all the people before me, as far as brilliant geniuses and everything else, I'm sure they started with a lot less or had a little more. Haven't been so fortunate in life. Maybe it's the choices I made. Maybe it's why I'm so brilliant now towards the end. I have health concerns of my own and different things. I like to move forward with all this as soon as possible. Time is of the essence. Let's just say if we miss this boat and I fade away and I'm dead or whatever, and then none of this is to come to fruition because we missed the core principle. We missed the meeting. We didn't allow time or give me a chance or invest in all this stuff. He didn't allow me to sign the paperwork so we can get things started. If you're worried about cost or whatever in your end, just think you're going to get 100% return on your investment. Real simple. It's not that hard. Anyways, I would love to move forward as soon as possible. Time is of the essence. I don't know how to state that any clearer than that. I have other people I needed free. I need my nephews, all three of them. I need them to be on staff and readily available. Those are the people I trust. Those are my family. Those are people on my team, including Daniel in Oklahoma, including my friend Gabriel. He's an Indian. He needs to get back to his people. Needs to get him right, so that way we can get associated with all the tribes and the Indians. Imagine if we moved all this stuff onto their land and everything else, where there are no laws and different things. It's unwritten, basically. Now imagine if we use their core principle of gambling and all that stuff, added the Las Vegas factor on top of that, and vice versa. I'm pretty sure Vegas would finance us. I'm pretty sure Vegas would be building casinos on their land all over the place. Not in comparison to them. I mean, I'm look at Vegas. How many casinos on the strip? Now imagine that for each land, within reason, where we have the casinos where the Indians are right now. Now they sell themselves short because they're limited to that and that only. Nothing gets them. They need to be putting in the right direction. If it's all money, if that's what it is, then allow us to buy some of your land at billions of dollars per square mile or whatever it is. It's plain and simple, real easy. I want 30 miles of straight highway, as straight as possible, so we could take cars out there and get top speed. Whatever it is. I see 30 miles. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't need to be that distance. I don't know. Maybe less. I don't know. We'd have to look at it. We'd have to look at some place on the land. Look what BMW did out in the middle of nowhere, past Palm Springs. And they have a whole racetrack out there. Now they're building houses around it because when you drive all the way out there, you're going to want to live there for a little while in order to enjoy the racetrack. That's kind of stupid. Let's make it a little closer, like Caliente, for instance, or Morongo, one of those places. And there's a lot of land there to be developed. So, if you like what I'm saying and everything else, please get back to me at earliest convenience, 951-708-1025. You can reply to the email. I probably miss it, to be quite honest with you. Call the number, text me, blow it up. Send me emails like 20 in a row. Subject, hello, or I don't know. Give me a timeline. Tell me when you're going to email me, etc. Let me look at the paperwork. Let me look at let my attorneys, look at the paperwork. My friends, that are attorneys. Anyways, love to move forward as soon as possible. Thank you for your time. And thank you for your brilliance, your connections, and everything else. Now let's get all this done as soon as possible. I need some money in the bank. I need a car, like something luxurious, please. An Aston Martin or Rolls Royce would help. A house, a place of business, someplace I can go and work, a lab, a warehouse or something. It is, again, not a large amount of money to invest. Just I need team and things and tech and everything to get things moving. I need staff and everything else. Assistants. I need my own Dominique, to be quite honest with you. So let's get things rolling as soon as possible. I did my obligation of creating an email. It might not have been in text. I really can't see the screen in front of me, the little tiny screen. You're going to laugh at it if you ever see it. Like, wow, you did all this here and did this with nothing. Yes. Now imagine what I could do with everything that I need on the list. With my people, staff, lawyers, everything. If I had everything, just imagine how far I could truly go with everything that I need to get done with what I need to do. To the core benefit of you. If you don't like 50-50, then give yourself even greater end. It's all there, Mr. Dina and everybody else. It's real simple. I'm not trying to change things. I'm trying to make things better. There's more money to make if we do things this way than you could possibly imagine, if that's what it's about. That's not how I am, or how I base things on. I want to help the greater good for mankind, to be honest with you. I want to end hunger and homelessness worldwide. It's been on my LinkedIn for years. That's why I'm one of 1,000 base profiles on LinkedIn. I am a star on LinkedIn, to be quite honest with you. I don't even have the time to go there and check in and look at all the offers for me to go speak at different places. How can I even get there? I don't even have the wardrobe to even go present myself in front of public, to be quite honest with you. I'm just being as real as I can. But I'm not going to be taken advantage of, so don't think you can. So please, allow me to even encourage you and enlighten you and make you even more excited about what's to come. There's so much more I can even possibly begin to dip into all that. Get back to me as soon as you can. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.